The events of episode 5 take place on the 25th on each timeline, so 2 days later. By the way, oh my god, this entire time I thought that Megan, the actress who plays Megan, was the actress from Outer Banks, but apparently these are two different people and I'm so stunned by this. Anyway, onto the episode. In timeline 1, Isabella is writing a letter to Lisa, who I've suspected doesn't exist for some reason, but apparently she does. Isabella writes about how much she likes her new host family and her little romance with Luke, and she wishes that Lisa were there with her. She gets an IM from Luke then that reads, "Hi gorgeous, psyched to see you later at the Christmas in July." That's the event that they're going to. Aw, I was just saying last episode how not very coupley they came across, but this was nice. She also has one of those old shell MacBooks that I'll forever covet. That winter, everybody is opening presents. It's Christmas. Isabella gets Megan a really fancy and expensive looking computer monitor. Megan has been uncomfortable for a while now with Isabella's wealth, but more specifically, how Isabella just seems to spend money like it's so easy. Megan had also made the same comment about Luke and how in their world money just seems easy, problems are solved. Anyway, Megan graciously accepts the computer screen, but she clearly is uncomfortable. It's a little too much. In the present day, Isabella sees a newspaper clip about Megan being a person of interest in Luke's case and the fact that she was, or is, pregnant. Isabella's lawyer looks at her apologetically and says that she had to say something after they found money in Isabella's bag. So it's clear here that Isabella was the one who told her lawyer about the pregnancy. Isabella tells her that the money was planted in her bag and someone's trying to frame her. In the second timeline, Megan hacks into the school's database and changes her grade in European history from a C to an A. In the present day, Isabella apologizes for talking about the pregnancy thing. She says to Megan that she found out because she saw Megan's test in the bathroom on New Year's. She also says that it was her lawyer's move, not hers. Like it or not, they're tied in this together. And the more they find out about Megan the night of Luke's disappearance, the more they're going to find out about Isabella. Ride or die also still means something to her, but Megan is over the friendship. She says that they're done. Back in the innocent summer in the first timeline, Isabella tells Megan that Luke doesn't like seeing Megan and Jeff together. It's written all over his face. She asks Megan then if she's sure that there's nothing going on, and Megan says no, it's not like that. If there is something that she's noticing, it's just history because she and Luke are best friends. Isabella says that there seems to be a vibe between them. By the way, Megan does mention that she's having fun with Jeff, he's cute and he's nice, but he's not her soulmate or anything. The girls get home and Colton from the Bel Air reboot is there. I'm kidding. Well, he's Lisa's older brother, Trevor, in this show. Anyway, Isabella is really taken aback by Trevor being there and she tries to hide it. Ooh, the skeletons are starting to tumble out. Trevor lives in London now, he studies there, and when they're alone, he tells her that he's been looking for her for months. Luke joins them and there are already vibes between him and Luke. We also found out from Trevor that Isabella was a vegetarian, which isn't a bad thing. She could have just changed her mind, but it's one thing in a series of things. They have their coded passive-aggressive digs, but everybody feels their tension. And at one point, they reference drinking, and Trevor asks Isabella, "Wait, you still drink after last winter?" This is pretty much a death by a thousand cuts version of him exposing her. But also not really, because it's not like he's come out and said anything really incriminating. He's just rousing everybody's suspicions. And he's also just polite enough to kind of have plausible deniability and not come across aggressive or like he's trying to expose her. Anyway, everybody is curious about what happened last winter, and Trevor calls her says that she once got drunk, then arrested for that and for public urination in a park, and Trevor had to bail her out. Much to her relief, everybody finds it kind of funny. Then she says to Trevor that they need to talk. They go off together and it turns out that there was more to the story that she didn't reveal. She says then that last winter, they shouldn't have kept it from Lisa, and if she could go back and change things, she would. We don't actually get to find out what happened last winter. Trevor says that the police had so many questions about that night, but just left. She says that her parents gave her no choice, but she also didn't even call, so she apologizes to Trevor. She says that she loves him and she never meant to hurt him. Megan walks out then, just at the very moment that Isabella kisses Trevor. But he's like, no, wait, I want answers, kind of like he won't be distracted, and she tells him that he needs to leave. In the present day, Megan asks her mom Debbie to ask Isabella to leave. We also find out here that Megan is no longer pregnant. When Debbie asks about it, what actually happened to the pregnancy, Megan doesn't want to say. In the second timeline, Isabella follows Megan, and Megan goes into the woods, and Isabella sees her give a Christmas gift to the town loner, the computer guy. Megan had said that she needed to work a shift because she needed the money, so what is she doing in this man's cabin, laughing with him and giving him Christmas gifts? Liz tells Luke about Megan going to the guy's house, and she also says that she feels that Megan is hiding something. Megan comes back from her shift just then, and she notices notices that Luke and Isabella are kind of close. To us, the audience, we can see that it's just friendly, but Megan has been kind of jealous and suspicious about the two of them for a while now. This just kind of adds to it. In the present timeline, Debbie tells Isabella that this is her home, but she thinks that it would be best if Isabella stays somewhere else while this all plays out. Isabella says that she feels the same. She's already packed her bag and somebody's on their way to pick her up. She also says that there's something under her bed and that Megan is going to want to get rid of it and to ask Megan why. We see Isabella frantically packing her things, so she lied about having already been packed. But yeah, she's leaving. In the innocent timeline, Megan confronts Isabella about the Trevor kiss. But Isabella's like, no, I didn't mean it, it's no big deal. Eventually, Isabella and Luke head off to the cabin, and they're making out, and she apologizes for the whole Trevor thing, how awkward it was. He doesn't know about the kiss, but he's okay with it. She takes out a condom then, and she says, no pressure, but if you're ready, we can have sex, and Luke is ready. It seems to be his first time as well. In the second timeline, Debbie goes to bring Isabella's laundry to the trailer, and then she sees a stack of unsent postcards addressed to Lisa. Iz comes in just then, and Debbie asks about the postcard, and Isabella says that Lisa is in the Caribbean, but she'll post the letters when Lisa docks in St. Bart's. It's their thing. Debbie mentions that she hasn't seen any letters from Lisa to Isabella, and Iz says that she has received them. She must have just beaten Debbie to the mailbox. Later, Megan is reading a mystery novel, and Iz jokes that she knows who she'd call to hide a body. Megan comments, just get a shovel and some lye. And Iz asks what lye is, and Megan says that it's a chemical that helps speed the rate of decomposition. Isabella also apologizes for the computer thing, saying that she knows it was maybe a bit much. In the present day, Isabella's lawyer has a worried look on her face, and she says that it was the Paris office. The sheriff has been digging around asking questions about St. Bart's. Isabella asks her if she can contain it, and her lawyer says that she's trying and she has succeeded for a year, but it's just a matter of time before someone talks. Ooh, then we finally find out who Sea Cabbage 5 is. It's the loner man. So earlier in the episode, he dropped by the restaurant where Megan works, and she'd given him extra mustard because she knows him well enough as a customer to know that he always ends up needing extra. He sent her an IM and thanks her for the extra mustard and asks her how her Christmas in July was. She asks him if he's ever hacked the feds, and he says that, yeah, he has. It's a rite of passage, but she'd better be careful because it's a slippery slope, and before she knows it, she will have crossed the Rubicon. Isabella comes in then and says that she was just trying to be a good friend to Trevor earlier, and Megan says she knows because Isabella's a really good friend to her. Megan tells Isabella then that she thinks she's into Luke. Then she's like, oh no, wait, I take it back. You guys are so good together and things are going so well. Please pretend I never said anything. I don't know if you can unring that bell, Megan. In the second timeline, the girls make up. Megan says that the monitor is incredible, and Isabella says that the photo album that Megan gifted her is one of the best gifts she's ever gotten. In the innocent timeline, Isabella says that seeing Trevor reminded her that she's not really ready for anything more than friendship. But Megan and Luke are soulmate territory. To be fair, even though Luke has never outwardly or knowingly made Isabella feel that she's second choice, Isabella has felt a little bit insecure about this for a while, and I kind of think that she's taking herself out of the equation just to avoid getting hurt, which is understandable and kind of sad too. But her move here makes sense. You don't want to be dating somebody who's slowly coming to the realization that they're in love with somebody else, and you know it. It's just a matter of time before they know it too. So yeah. At the end of the episode, in the present day, Megan gets a letter from London, from Trevor. He says that when he heard about Luke's drowning, he realized that Megan didn't have the full picture, and he apologizes for not telling her sooner. In the envelope with the letter is Lisa's obituary and an article about her drowning. I did read some of the article, and at the end it says that there were questions about how such a young and healthy person could drown in such a busy area. Anyway, if you have any thoughts or theories about the episode, feel free to share, and thank you for watching.